Everyone, so how do you do talking in front of a crowd? Did you know that public speaking is one of the biggest fears in America?
Yeah, they say the biggest fear in America. And our next guest is a communications expert, professor, and co-author of the brand new book, Scared Speechless, 9 Ways to Overcome Your Fears and Captivate Your Audience. Teresa, we should listen up, and he's here live in studio. Steve Rohr joins us here in studio. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was called in for an intervention here on CT Style.
What are we doing wrong?
He's got jokes already.
You guys are pros. You guys are pros. But it's absolutely true. Public speaking is the #1 fear in America. Death is number 2.
Wow. Isn't that incredible to think that?
Yeah, people are scared of it. And we're not just talking about regular professional official speeches. It's getting up in front of church or the PTA or even a job interview. Terrifies people.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifies people.
But you weren't always so good in front of a crowd, right?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Teresa.
Well, that's what I heard.
Somebody's been following me on Facebook.
Sets them up.
Right.
Sets them up.
Well, yeah, I was a shy kid. I stayed in my room drawing, ready to be a serial killer later in life. And guess what? I found my voice, and through some great teachers and coaches, I was able to learn how to talk good, and here I am.
And well, now you've made it. You're on CT
Well, I've made
Style.
it to CT Style, of course. I know.
I mean,
I know. I'm
this
retiring.
Is the peak of your career.
It is. Thank you, Ryan. It is true.
He was the publicist for the Oscars.
I know.
How
Crazy.
incredible is that?
Well, this is second to the Oscars, obviously.
Of course.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun.
What is on ABC? So.
Yeah, it is on ABC. Nice plug, Ryan.
Hey, I'm saying.
I love
Smooth
it,
operator.
yeah.
All right, so let's get into some of these tips for people
Sure.
that might have to give a speech or get in front of a crowd. Number one, you say nerves are good.
Nerves are great, Teresa. We're programmed to panic. We have something in our brain which hasn't evolved in about 300 million years. We call it the primitive brain. And it gets triggered when we face something that's possibly threatening. And we go into that fight or flight mode. Well, guess what? Fear is one size fits all. It can't tell the difference between walking down a dark alley or getting up in front of people. But it keeps us alive, so that's a good thing. The problem is, walking down an alley or having a picnic on the 91 is different from giving a public speech. But we have to make that adjustment with our modern selves and say, hey, look, I'm not going to be eaten by a tiger right now. It's
going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Right? Take a deep breath.
So embrace the fear.
Yeah.
Embrace the fear.
It's almost like flipping a switch where you're saying, hey, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to turn into positive energy instead
You
of
should be
energy.
nervous. If you're not nervous, you're dead. And as one of my good friends and co-author, Dr. Shirley, always says, do it with passion or don't do it at all. So if you're not feeling nervous, something is wrong. Where's the passion? Where's the excitement? Where's the motivation?
That's a great point.
And it also depends on your audience, right? That's
absolutely. We always think the audience is our enemy, because we judge people all day long, right? But our audience is actually on our side. If you've ever seen a speaker who is doing well and then suddenly starts to stumble,
you feel bad,
you feel terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it feels awful. You're trying to put words into their mouth, like blue, avocado. You want them to say something, right? Because it's so awkward. My sister calls it secondhand embarrassment. So we want people to succeed. We also want to be entertained, inspired, or motivated. So we don't want to be bored.
All right, that makes sense.
That's why people watch the show, because you're entertaining, inspiring,
and
motivating.
what's going to happen.
We pretend.
Well, you're doing a good job. Got a lot of viewers out there.
So here's another thing. You don't actually want to write out your speech.
Yes, please
right?
don't. I know we got a lot of Yale folks out there, and they're very smart, but English majors make terrible speech writers. And because they write a speech like an essay, and essays read out loud are super boring. So you need to write a speech to be said, not to be read.
That's so important. I mean, when you think, even if you're reading through the paper and if you're actually reading an article, it sounds much different than the words that you would be using in real life, because generally you use more advanced words in your writing.
Imagine if you two just sat here and read out of the newspaper.
Or just read script.
Fascinating.
That would be fun.
Right, exactly. It's script. But you go off script a lot, right? And
we try to.
You try to talk like normal human beings, and that's what's so engaging for an audience. They love that. You're talking to people.
Right.
Where can we check the book out?
Well, you can have this copy for a small fee, Ryan. Yes.
How much?
We have a bidding war with
deal?
Teresa. So you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can find it just about anywhere right now, and we're really thrilled. People are really responding to it.
Nice. I think we will too.
Yes, and
maybe you could sign it for us. We'd enjoy
please,
that.
we want a signed copy. And again, at the end of the show, we may take your public speaking skills. We're
away from me.
Away from you.
Away from me.
And we're going to put you to the skills of acting with our buddy Butch over there.
Thank goodness I have so much of that experience.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting.
Not a dull moment here on CT Style.
It'll be
That's
good.
what we
Steve,
love.
Thank you so much, you guys.
This is great.
Appreciate it.